Back. Oh my goodness, October 12th, 2023. Beautiful autumn day today in New York City. What a privilege to witness a peaceful day as the world reels from so much turmoil. If you've ever read the diaries of Christopher Columbus, you'll see that humans behaviorally have not changed at all when it comes to what violence we are capable of once we find justification for it. Crimes against humanity are being committed that no one is seeing but the victims and those enacting them. I have found myself at the edge of a river many times this year, visualizing a better world and making offerings of sweetness to balance the unfathomable. Since I saw you last, I have had the good fortune of returning to teach a poetry workshop at Studio One on 4th Street between Bowery and 2nd Avenue. And I'll be holding another writing workshop this month, October 28th at 7 p.m. in person. And as it will be a monthly series, even after we close our doors here at the cafe. So that's 2 Thursdays from now, which means I will be calling upon my Nuyorican Poets Cafe friends to hold this space in my absence for our online family to continue thriving. I want to thank Finn Bell and Ron Mark Thompson for hosting these past Thursdays for me. I hope it was a pleasant time for all of you. What's good in the chat room? Have you had some good times while I've been away? Awesome. Well, next week, I will be performing at Lincoln Center Atrium with Ernie Liu, musician, composer, producer, and a group of talented artists, which he has created music for, like Audrey Funk, Mayelka, Sonia de los Santos, and more. So next week, there will be a surprise guest host to take care of your open mic needs, along with Ron, of course, Elemental holding it up on the Mondays. Since we are almost 2 weeks away from closing our doors for New Year Reconstruction, we have been preparing so many great events for you here at the cafe. For those of you that have never seen my newest one-woman show, From Poor to Rico, October 21st will be the final one-woman performance I will do since doing my first show, Boogie Rican, here over 20 years ago. That was my first one-woman show here at the cafe. So come see my love letter to the Puerto Rican diaspora and the richness of our culture. It's bilingual with visuals of my creation, as well as family photos of the 1970s. The proceeds of this performance will go towards programming during closure, as we will continue to do pop-ups and collaborations for our poetry community to enjoy. So this is part of our Next 50 fund. Each ticket will help support our vision and mission, despite not being able to be inside the cafe. So 2027 will be our reopening, and I will do everything to make sure that despite being a brand new state-of-the-art facility, that we will still have that heartfelt, intimate, grassroots vibration that so purposely was created by our founders. After Halloween, we will close our doors for 3 years, and Halloween will be our 50th anniversary. And we want to go out on a high. We are going to have our costume ball. There's going to be cash prizes, tricks and treats, a midnight champagne toast like it's New Year's, folks, you know, a lottery, open mic, and more. 10 p.m. doors for the adults. And in the daytime from 4 to 7, we'll have our doors open for the youth and the kiddies to enjoy our haunted house at the New Yorican Poets Cafe for free. And everyone is welcome to pay their final respects to the cafe, for as it has looked for the past decades, it will not for much longer. So take in the magic. I will be hosting, of course, looking forward to what the next 50 years brings. Tonight's program is made possible by New York State Council on the Arts with the support of the Governor's Office and the New York State Legislature, New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, the Howard Gilman Foundation, and the Poetry Foundation. So now let's open up the room and check our list. Let's see what's good. Let's unmute and see who's in the house. Anybody? I'm asking to unmute.
Woo!
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Hello, everybody.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah, we got Kazi Kaz.
What's up? Welcome back, Bruja. You were missed, man. Welcome back, man. Word up.
I see Liza in the room. Liza, we got to meet in person, and Liza even made it on the news on Channel 4 NBC News.
So cool.
Whoa,
That vibration is real.
Yeah, right. You felt it.
Wow.
So happy. Joski C. Awesome. I see you, Catman Bill. I see the May Gustav, Ike Waltz, Ed Flame-tastic, Deso Somok, and Paul Con Queso is in the building. Oh, stop yourself. We're going to get it funky with the vibes on Saturday night. Voices and vibes. It's going to be so damn cool. Okay. So first up, we do have Michael Sindler, and we have Eddie Foreman, Mr. Deso Somok, Kazi Kaz, Ike Waltz, Demegas, Keith, Marianne, Liza, Joski C, and Cece. There is also the good luck round. So if your name isn't on the list and you want to read tonight, put your name in the chat so we could fit you in on the good luck round towards the end of the show. The slots are limited, so claim them now. Tonight, I'm giving you 4 minutes. I usually give you 3. 4 minutes to do your thing tonight. Please have your cameras and sound on. All styles of art are welcome here. If you're watching live on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook on the New Eurekan Poets Cafe pages, welcome. Thank you for watching this Thursday online open mic. If you want to get into the Zoom room right now, you can join still. The Zoom is 977-539-856. I am your hostess with the mostest, Caridad de la Luz, La Bruja. Follow us. You know, if you're not following us by now, you really should. Visit our website. Our calendar is chock full of amazingness, newyourekan.org. See all the great shows we have coming up before closing on Day of the Dead. Okay. So let's get it going, get it flowing. Michael Sindler's at the top. Let's see what's good, Michael.
Hey, welcome back. It is great to see you. And I'm going to not waste time, go ahead and put in lighthousewriters.org. Wonderful organization. So many good things. Definitely go look. There's going to be a really neat 2 poets are doing a workshop and a talk on Sunday, I believe, that you can access virtually. That is really worth looking into, but there's tons and tons of great stuff going on there. I just found that one particularly neat. But I'm gonna start with this one. Speaking of Finn Bell, who did such a great job of filling in for you, she's launched her own monthly poetry. I think it's going to be monthly, whatever, but it's an online journal, and she was nice enough to include this poem of mine in that, so I thought I'd go ahead and read it. And once again, just thank Finn for doing all she does. And it's called Dancing in Dark Water. What is this caught on a low branch? Shining mirror of the moon, swirling echo of the clouds, dancing in dark water. Oh, lacy garment once worn by my beloved, how come you here? Where is she upon whose form, curves, shoulders, breasts, and hips You laid so light and lively. Ah, there, I see her dancing naked across the field in full abandon, her full nature attuned to the night, motions green and graceful as the breeze. You are fine woven and fair, but no longer needed. Her perfection needs not hide neath any covering except my enclosing arms. And another piece that I was just looking around for stuff that I haven't read in a long time or haven't read it all here. And this one's called Gift of Touch. In the beginning, there was love. Before light made darkness aware of itself, before dust of being spread out from singularity, before thought reflected in and probed out, love existed, timeless and without measure. As matter exploded into multiverse, loose weaves sparkling and resonating, spirals dancing out into eternal night, life dust drifting, sculpts fluid and solids, same shape revolving in all self-creation, molded round the humming song of love. Tune transforms discord into energy, energy into purpose, purpose into flowering, flower falling back is expanding all contracts back towards center, sucked back into nothingness, whole into void, scale beyond measure, respiration, repetition, love breathes and heaves. Through it all, inevitable, invisible, evolve and dissolve, within, without, beneath, above, beside, beyond, raging, intent, inherence in existence. Love puts all energy into play, ready to give gift of touch. Okay, thank y'all.
All right, Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
So romantic.
Woo, Michael.
Beautiful.
Michael always delivered.
Send her quote with the fire.
Beautiful work, Michael.
Very
Yes.
nice.
Beautiful.
Very nice. Lovely, man.
Elizabeth Strauss, gift of touch with consent. I love that. Absolutely. Absolutely important. Thank you so much, Michael Sindler, with your message of love. So beautiful. Well said. And I guess we might be staying in the theme of love, or maybe we're going to get into more lusty roads with Ed Flame-tastic. Let's see what's good.
Hey, welcome
blush,
back.
Thank you. How you doing? Flame-tastic.
I'm flame-tastic because your words are bombastic. I feel a bit enthusiastic. I have plenty, but welcome back. I have plenty of rhymes in stack. I hope no one gets a heart attack. This is some new shit I'm going to spit. I hope it's a smashing hit. I hope it can make your heart split. All right. A little disclaimer so no one gets hurt. New shit. New shit. All right. This is called Our Passionate Rapture. We're reaching out for the sun in the bittersweet sky. I am slowly making love to my feminine prize. Our skin was burned away by a deep, fresh kiss going up high. The passion driving between our hearts and our milky eyes. Our tongues are frantically sprawling in wild rhythm. Our hungry mouths are tasting our bare essence, drinking in our sublime zest of the hidden chime. Our hearts are riding their purest euphoria of cosmic transcendence. The bewitching scent is going through my nose. The musky perfume teases my brain. My hungry heart yearns to explode. My body thirsts to be enveloped in your pink rain. Our minds staggering from the sensations through our bones. The ecstasy is coursing through our nerves like thunder and water. Your frantic body is trying to make me your throne. You are too naked and exposed, dancing marauders. Our weak bodies shake like plastic bags in the roaring wind. The sweat was dripping down like melting icebergs. The passionate energy is rushing up and down all ends. Our mouths release sighs and gasps like wild birds. Deep moans and groans echo off the thin walls. Our lungs whisper deep sparks of ecstasy. Our legs fall, but steadily we crawl. A blazing volcano is burning away our dark reality. Our lungs, our bodies lean back and forward, searching for balance. My damp hands grip your curves while delay, we're mindlessly and instinctively doing a passionate dance. We can only move and groove, but what more can I say? Your soft legs rose high like a sacred cherry tree. My hard mass is interweaved into your pink chasm. The fast pace is swimming to your pink sea. The surreal sensation reaching our climactic orgasm. Your eyes peer into my snowy and watery eyes. You are mesmerized by our ensnaring trance. Our mundane greatness starts to flicker and die. We started to advance for our romantic glance. Our hearts started to bursting outside our rumbling chest. The shivers of achieving our blazing desires. I'm doing my best while you lightly scream yes. Our fire was getting bigger and bigger, but a bit drier. Flashing images of honey and cream going to our minds. Our bare salsa disturbs the quietness around us. The joyful sparks joyfully going up our spines. It was no time to discuss or adjust to our searing lust. We both didn't want to stop, but our minds began to pop towards the tippy top. Our vast rapid current was too intoxicating. It was nonstop swaps to the ultimate drop. Our consciousness were deeply, deeply, and deeply fading. I'm filling in the moist, hollow space with your creamy abyss. The annoying clocks remain still and weak. The sunlight started to emit a luminous hiss. We couldn't move our bodies or wiggled our feet. We were lost in a sandman's tranquil song. Our heavy heads lay on pillows. The sunshine remained long and strong. Our eyelids stayed froze while closing the windows. Thank you.
Hey, all right, Flametastic Ed.
So
Right in. Yeah.
I knew the lust was coming. The lust word was there. I did hear it.
I am man.
Closing
man.
those
Quite
closing the
spicy.
windows.
Yes, it was very spicy.
Sure.
All right.
That was very cool.
Thank you, Ed. Always delivering the goods. Now we're going to keep it going, keep it flowing. We're going to take a different direction and see what El Profesor is bringing tonight. Profesor Tesosomok.
Good
Hola.
evening, all. Had I known Paul con Queso was going to be here, I was going to do the Canela song, but I guess there's more important things in the world than taking her back to your crib. So we're going to do something else. Folks can follow me on Instagram under Gaseous 2019. Well, the world's been a-watching as the days roll on. Bombs over Palestine. What's gone wrong? Children of sorrow, their innocence lost. Is this the land of conflict? No matter the cost. Bombs over Palestine. Children of perpetual sorrow, endless strife and pain. Our hope for a better tomorrow. In the street tears, washing dreams away. Generations suffer from the pain. In the cycle of violence, where he lay, bombs over Palestine, children of perpetual sorrow, endless strife and pain. One hopes for a better tomorrow. Oh, the world turns its back on the children caught in the crossfire. But we can't let this go on. It's time to make the flames go on. Bombs over Palestine, as the shadows fall, we must break the chains of hatred. For the children of sorrow. Bombs over Palestine, children of perpetual sorrow, endless strife and pain. Our hope for a better tomorrow.
Thank you. Eso somos.
Nice.
Beautiful, very beautiful, man. Very beautiful. So melodic,
Yes.
sweet, man.
Yes, just remembering that there are
Gorgeous.
so many innocents
Gorgeous.
every side who are just unable to do anything about the few political people looking for power, and we have to care about all of those innocents.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. That was beautiful, Tess.
Thank you, Professor Eso somos. Oh, that song even has to be created, you know. Well, I know Kazi Kaz was going through the alphabet. I don't know if I missed all the way to Z. Let's see what's good with Kazi Kaz.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope everyone is good. Hello, Bruja. Welcome back. Yes, I did actually finish the ABCs while you were gone, and I am so sorry that you missed them because you were there from the beginning, and I wanted you to catch all of them, man. I would perform. You were the last letters you saw or heard were to S. I would gladly perform them all to the Z's just for you, just so you could hear them. Oh, I would send them to you probably however you want, man. I want you to experience it, man, because you were there from the beginning. Kind of like you've been going through some crazy stuff. I've been going through some crazy stuff this whole week, but in a good way. You know, I've been stretched everywhere to do this and this and that, and so I haven't really had much chance to really write anything of like real substance, just of like short videos that I post on my page. So I thought that I would just actually share with y'all what is actually the precursor to my ABCs. Yes, so just 1 second, right? Good. There it goes. This is titled Between Lines. A boy came down each Friday gleefully happy, in joyfully kind laughter. Many nights, observant patrons questioned, rightfully so, the unusual verb which Xanax yielded zealously. Afterwards, bystanders collectively demonstrated empathetic feelings, generating hope. Immature juveniles kept laughing mockingly. Nevertheless, other people quieted respectfully. Since then, urbanites visit whenever Xavier yells zestily. Anyway, behavioral changes do eventually feel good. Harboring insolence just kills life's motive. Now, obtrusive perpetrators quelled rioters specifically through unjustified violence when Xerxes yoked Zeus. Alphabetized bravery courageously defies every fear gained. Hence, inspiring joyful knowledge like my non-offensive ponderings, quite relishing serenity, teaching uplifting vernaculars while Xena yawns zenly. Acquiring benevolence can definitely enlighten frantically gullible humans. Implementing justice, keenly lending modestly non-oppressive positions, questioning ridiculous sanctions. This upsets villainously worthless, xenophobically yammering zombies. Thank you.
Whoa, okay. He did the whole ABC sentences there. Show some love to
That was
Kazi.
awesome.
Wild.
Yes. Oh,
Thank you. Thank you.
Abecedarian, man.
Well
Nice
done.
abecedarian.
Impressive.
I like your
Thank you.
skills.
Well done, Kazi Kaz. I'm so happy
Thank you.
that you are part of our Thursday night.
Thank you.
So super cool.
Yes, keep bringing your special skills.
I shall.
Sweet. Thank you, Kazi Kaz.
No doubt.
Okay, let's see what's good now with Ike Waltz. How you doing tonight, Ike?
I'm doing just fine.
Good to see you.
Well, how to lose a slum with a noisy papagayo being a parrot. Yes, I am a slum virgin no more. Yes, my words got bitter. My ass is sore. Some called me the liberal fitter. I get ya, I get ya, I get ya. Yes, I am a slum virgin no more. Yes, my words got bitter. Say no more. I get it, I get it, I get it. No, I don't want to hear my words no more. No, I am not afraid of me, not anymore. Yet my ass is still sore. You get it, you get it, you get it. How did the heart get his shape? How did I get a heart? Why does my heart feel for you? My heart is racing. My heart is breaking. Why does my heart bleed so sore? I got it, I got it, I got it. As trees grow, whilst you ask, they will say, okay, don't call me tree, as we grow every day. That's what we do. I saw it, I saw it, I saw it. When a dog pisses on my grave and my cat meows, that moment I long ago forgave. I hacked the dead gopher's tail in my elusive grave. Good night, sleep tight. I wave. I heard it, I heard it, I heard it. I go where the girls drink beer out of bottles and boys suck their fishy thumb. Reflections float on the lake and ducks chatter a language I can't understand. We meant it, we meant it, we meant it. Every glory throws a long shadow. I'm visiting the rough places, hiding in my tired brain. She told me, she told me, she told me. The chainsaw cuts the virgin morning into slices of agony. Why does the reporter, standing in water, up to his neck, to report the level of high water, forever wet? Is this the carnival of the idiots? It's a promise, it's a promise, it's a promise. Life is a complicated party. I became suspicious of the silence and the infinite knowledge of my future AI device. I kiss my stupidity called advice. No more, no more, no more. The more I move my ass and let gas, the less I stink inside. I rather pass. Hello, hello, hello. All colors pump blood. All blood is red. Side effects and leftovers you will relish in the United Church of Broken Souls. Ich denke, und so bin ich. I think, and so I am. Wenn jeder eine Absicht hat und nur das Gegenteil stimmt, if everybody had an intention and only the antithesis is correct. So I swing my words like a baseball bat. I like the swing, the game. I don't get. When I look at you, I feel the spin, but you don't feel the same like a me. The base may be loaded or stolen. The no-hitter has no shame. I like that little white ball. Only my ignorance is to blame. Hell, do I really hit this ball in a game? Once upon a time, when innocence ruled, I sang in a choir. I had no other desire. I believed in Father Christmas and the Easter Bunny. I was unaware of that lingering monster that called herself my honey Annalai. That was then. I could not speak English, but now I have my translating papagei. Thank you.
Mike Waltz.
I
Right.
Right on.
Captivating.
Oh God.
The United Church of Broken Souls.
What?
Love it.
The
Yes,
innocence.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ike, for being with us and sharing with us as always. Muchas gracias. Those days of innocence. I know that feeling. May Gustav, what's up? How are you, sir? The Magus.
I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you, La Bruja? Great to see you, beloved poets.
Great.
I have two pieces tonight. This first one is an original short poem called I Am. I am the groove messiah. I am the burning man. I am the fire. I am the spear in the side of Christ. I am the gangbanger I just iced. I am the divine in my comedy. I am the illest, my own remedy. I am the melody behind my beat. I am the shoes upon my feet. I am the codons of my DNA. I am the word that made me today. I am you as you are me. I am unchained as we all are free. And this piece is a cover, an a cappella version of Poi Dog Pondering's Pulling Touch. You are a butterfly and my eyes are needles. The cold has your breast and my hand is on fire. Are you resting and reposing? Oh, my veins are pulsing and nothing can cure me but your pulling touch. And nothing can cure me but your pulling touch. I'll stretch you out and lay alongside you. I'll run my hands along, devour and divine you. Oh, in the cool of the night, under a rain-pelted roof, beneath cotton white linen, our love is spilt. Are you the cup that I hold by the cheekbones? I'll pull you close and I'll drink you up. Are you the cup that I hold by the cheekbones? I'll pull you close and I'll drink you up. I'll stretch you out and lay alongside you. Run my hands along, devour and divide you. I'll stretch you out and lay alongside you. Run my hands along, devour and divide you. Thank you. That was Your Pulling Touch by Poi Dog Pondering, a cover.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Makes me want to
Only
sing.
you,
Yeah.
brother. Boy dog pondering.
That's
Hit me right there.
Way to
So
go,
long
man.
since I
Hey,
listened to
Gus.
him. I love, oh man, taking me back.
I love it.
Thank you for
Gus.
representing too. And you got the New Eurekan Poets Cafe baseball cap. Thank you for representing and covering that piece. Making everybody feel. Oh, I see one single Roses Jonah joined us on the good luck round. We're gonna add one single rose, and that's where we'll close off the good luck round. Thank you so much, May Gustav.
How you
And
turning
let's mute. Let's see what's happening with Keith Marr. Thank you for joining us, Keith.
Greetings from California.
Woo! What part of Cali?
The Central Coast.
Nice.
So here's the thing. Last Thursday was my first visit, and this week is my second visit. And I'm really honored to be sharing space with all of you. And if I'm honest, I'm honored to be sharing space with you too, La Bruja. Been a fan. Also, in the spirit of full disclosure, this piece I'm going to do, I was the most frightened of anything I've ever written. I had the miedo. And because I had to face what I needed to face, as you will see as this unfolds. But I think hopefully at the end, you'll see that my piece has to do with self-love more than anything else. Okay. This is called Bone Deep. Maya Angelou writes, "The ache for home lives in all of us, the safe place where we can go as we are and not be questioned. To be Asian and male in America means, for me, that the ache for home, for a safe place where I am not questioned, that ache is bone deep. I have been desperately searching for home and my rightful place my whole life. I long for a balm to soothe this ache. The salve in my salvation lies in facing what is mine to face. I testify to find the loving voice that whispers, my beautiful Asian boy, the shame you feel has never been yours to keep. So this is for all the beautiful Asian boys raised on American movies and TV, believing a sidekick was the best they could ever be. This is for the beautiful golden boys never seeing someone with their face possessing any romantic capacity. My Asian brothers and I have been robbed of what makes all of us human, our ability to love and be loved, our core humanity. Racial castration, structural emasculation, are soul-crushing injuries. This is for the golden boys who are made to hate their eyes and their looks and their bodies. This is for the boys who were told manhood is measured by height and sexual prowess, by how much he can hide his fear and hurt, how much he can take it like a man, how much alcohol he can consume. So disabling when you've inherited the genes for the Asian glow. There's no rest facing a daily Eurocentric standardized test when we aren't given standardized lives. Being Asian and male means you can feel so undesirable that when a girl asks you to the high school dance, you don't believe she's serious. You don't accept her offer. It means conservative town and ban you from the public restaurant you just left. Rage and impotence or a scream lodged in your throat, so you return again until your arrest for a DWA, dining while Asian. Once I saw an Asian in a well-known rock group on TV. He reminded me of someone I despised, myself. Imagining others would despise him too, I mocked him to beat others to the punch. Being Asian and male means many men I meet for the first time tell me, hey, I'm really into Asian girls, as if it's a compliment. It means a complete white stranger may cast a colonial gaze upon your daughter and assume he can walk up to you and tell you, your daughter is beautiful, and ask for a high five. I say, fuck off, Mr. Rice Chaser. I light a candle for the little boy whose trauma lives in an alley on the west side of Fresno, who waits for me to bring him home. The alley where his cousins would steal pomegranates. The alley where Michael would pick his victims like my cousins picked fruit, choosing the freshest and the ripest ones. I was ripe for the picking. The bleach of dissociation could not wash away my self-hate, because a real man is never a victim. In California, it was illegal for a Chinese face like mine to be seen after dark. So the Chinese built tunnels under the street to travel at night. I built tunnels in my heart, for my song went underground to survive. I celebrate my song. Let us celebrate all our songs. Let us celebrate a masculinity based on the courage to truly be ourselves and to ask for what we need and want. Let us celebrate in the places where we dream. I want you to know, weak is not my name. Sidekick is not my name. Afterthought is not my name. Punchline is not my name. My name is hope. My name is strength. My name is courage. My name is love. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, man.
Pete.
So glad you're finally here
Wow.
after 3.5 years. About damn
Wow,
time.
wow.
God.
It was one of the most
Big
beautiful.
love, big hugs, and that's why we're here.
That was just wonderful.
That's why we're here.
Put out
Amazing,
there for
amazing.
everyone
Love your
else.
your inner child, your younger self.
Yes.
That's courage. Vulnerability is
Wonderful.
courage.
Yes,
Yes, yes. Well
You
said.
didn't
Much, Keith, for sharing that. It's an honor to meet you and share space with you. Thank you so much. The strength that it took to share that, the courage, my goodness, the heart. You really are love. You really are hope. You really are strength. You are all of those things. Thank you for sharing that voice and all of those people in the world that hear you and know that it is so, and they are not alone, and that you are perfect and worthy. So thank you so much. That was so moving. I really, really am touched, and I appreciate so much that you feel safe, that we feel safe in this space enough to share in these ways. That's what it's all about. That's how we heal. We heal each other. We heal ourselves. We become self-healers through this work, through this, discovery, through this sifting of our pain and our experiences. So thank you so much. Marianne is in the room. Let's see what Marianne wants to share tonight.
Thank you so much. It really is a privilege to be here, La Bruja. I think this is the first time that I meet you, and I'm so pleased to have the opportunity to be here. Poet friends, I do apologize to you all for arriving so late this evening. Zoom sometimes does not play fair, but anyway, there I am. I would like to share two really love songs with you tonight because despite everything, I actually do believe in that. The first one I've read before, it's called Passacaglia. One in a million nights, still young, old enough to know better, interwoven like macrame and fresh streamlets that flee the deep snow for spring light. You ask me how I knew we would hold each other through time and space with soft hands that offer latitude, yet remain ever in our orbit with that special gravity of lovers. I say, your hands whose geometry I know line by line, your hands that know me arc by arc. From that night we ran through the station in one of those rich cities where commuter hubs are filled with collaged mousse and deep-fried dough, sculptures larger than a human head. Your eyes met mine and you stopped. There, beside an incongruent upright piano, you smiled an impromptu invitation that I would pause on the stool beside you, our rolling bags quiet, listening too. As your hands touched the keys for the first time, my palm smooth against the denim of your thigh, the echoes of random footsteps in the hall fell silent, and I knew your music would become my leitmotif, your rhythm mine for all the nights we are given. Again, and still. How do we measure our days in love? By the tally of 24-hour spans that fill the albums in our minds as we touch the pages awaiting the memories we will place there? By the hours spent gently breathing together while the shining city sleeps at our feet as if we and they need no more than one pair of lungs? By the strength and texture of the bond interwoven from blonde and beard and endless strands of pillow talk that joins our hearts? By the height of the dreams toward which we dare to ascend when we lift our chins side by side toward heaven? By the weight of the past, vulnerable, intrusive in its way, that we carry together as we learn to place it down forever? Or the length and breadth of wakeful nights that remind us love is not only what we feel, but the choice we make with every sunrise to love again, and still. To everyone.
Wow,
Exquisite. And exquisite.
Marianne.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Lovely and soothing.
So much.
Wow.
Thank you,
Marianne.
So sweet.
Touched every
thank
heart
you
in the
very
room.
much. Thank you.
Thank you, Marianne, for
Pleasure was mine. Thank you all.
filling our Zoom with love. That's so much needed. So beautifully felt. Thank you so much. So soothing, my goodness. Oh my God, it was like a lullaby. So cool. Okay, is it Eliza or Elisa? Talk to me, Elisa.
Hi, I'm Eliza.
It is Eliza. Hi, Eliza. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm glad to be here. I don't think I've ever made it to the Thursday night, or at least not in a very long time.
Oh, where are you zooming in from tonight?
I'm in Miami.
Miami. Thank you for joining us all the way from Miami. What are you going to share with us tonight?
Well, it's been an emotional week. So this is a poem I wrote I think yesterday. Instructions on scrapbooking for all who have opinions about what is taking place in the Middle East. Snip up your assumptions. Soften their stiff edges and mold them into question marks. Do not turn the page so quickly. There is more. There is always the image beneath the picture, the shadows beneath the spotlight, the starlight beneath the shadows. Find them. Collect your clippings from all directions, cut and glue fragments of stories until even you see it is hard to tell where truth begins, where lies end, where perceptions bleed into facts, crimson stains on your fingers. We all want our babies to survive. That one you can frame in bold, white, blue, red, green, a gradient of our deepest wishes. We all carry, some have forgotten. Dating back, we were brothers. Inscribe the genealogy in spirals across your cover. We were brothers, we were brothers, we were brothers. Remember that torn family portraits have always cut the deepest, always been most baffling, the hardest for outsiders to comprehend. Accept this. Your art is not one of finished edges and glossy seams. Yours is one that tells stories, captures heartbeats and heartbreaks across pages and deserts. Maybe you have been working this all out backwards. We, descendants of brothers, both have ancient memories, both still recall that letters sing sagas from right to left. Don't be afraid to let your book fall and start all over again. To seek what the broken and scattered pieces are trying to tell you, to listen, to ask. To let your fingers flutter a montage of centuries, a peek into our soul. May we know peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Elisa. Thank you so much.
That was amazing.
Beautifully done.
You
So
know, it's sad that there's a very small volume of courage going where you just went. You know, it's people who are silent in the name of fear under this situation, and yet only poets step out onto that fine line. So I applaud you for not being afraid of fear and hatred, and never mind who and who. That's good work. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Elisa. Thank you. I mistakenly skipped and went right to the good luck round and brought Elisa in. But, you know, I do believe in alignment. So we were meant to hear you when we did. But now we're going to hear from Liza, who was on the list, but who came through in person recently for the Women Orators Wednesday. Also, right, from Miami?
Yes. Yes.
Miami is representing tonight. How you doing?
I'm well. What a beautiful journey, and what a pleasure to meet you in that space. I could write 1,000 words. It's like indescribable, but very describable. Palpable, wonderful. I made it there, y'all. Good evening, room. Hi, everyone. So this is a piece called Center. I need a place I can call center. A place that not even through the heart of my sleeve could anyone enter. The place behind my pretty face, behind my moments of surrender. The place that dictates the pace with which my pen can render. The place there's no one to impress, no mic to distress, no skin to reveal, and only the brilliance of light can heal. I should try to find my center, because right now my center is lost. I'm self-taught and sometimes I feel abandoned. I fight this. Like a whore in life, whore only a metaphor because my sacred womanhood I adore, but still I'm scorned. Because in my place, there are no boundaries, making it easy for my enemies to see the real me and intervene in my psychology. So I pray for these. I pray for the heavy-hearted. I ignore the cold-hearted. I pray for the children who keep their fear hidden till they'll feel the burden of being tried as an adult for a crime they committed, a crime they don't understand, and all they needed was for their parent to hold their hand. I pray that my brain does not translate the fear I feel when I see public executions into a horrible nightmare. I lay my pen down for a slumber. No, God does not intervene in dreams. They are dictated with what we've seen. I had a dream. Perhaps as I feared, this dream was a little obscene. I see the motherland depleted while hate slowly deleted its population. And this equation has no solutions. I spin with intrusions. In the scheme of my dream, I pick up a newspaper. This sequence is a fast car picture directed by Oliver Stone. Under high frequency magnetic lines of resolution, fear is amplified. I scream with all my might. My mouth moves, there are no words. Bloody vocal cords hang like shards. I can't stay in this, it's way too bizarre, like a brutal film noir. I wake from my slumber. I pray from deep within me, from down under. I remind myself that it's center I seek, that one day I may redeem my dreams of things to be, the waves of the sea, a tree, a mother. In this dream, I am transcended. I have blended with the acoustics of waves. I have a daughter that looks like my mother, and her name is the same as my grandmother. A poet still. I write words that are thought in silence. I write and recite universal love anthems. I'm a spiritual leader, and ascended masters are my teachers. I renounce being angry. I'm one with light and have forgotten my fright. One with light like the cells of angels. I'm awake now. I don't remember why I started writing. I remember something about center. I need a place I can call center. A place that not even through the heart of my sleeve could anyone enter. A place that's quiet, but I could start a groove riot. The place hidden behind my face, my moments of surrender. The place that resonates, the sound of God, that is the sound of my center. A place no one could enter. Too late, hello. Somehow I already allowed you to enter.
Hi.
Yes, Liza.
Liza.
Wow.
Amazing. Nice work. Thank you. Thank you.
You gotta keep writing.
Thank you so much, Liza. I have the pen that you gave me. I've been writing. Thank you so much. No. And your pen has been writing some beautiful things too. Thank you so much for sharing yourself and for coming in person and meeting you. It really was a special experience. So we are connected. Muchas gracias.
Gracias a ti. Thank you.
Beautiful. So we are at 10 o'clock. So I think let's get into our halftime. Let's have Ron give our halftime report, and then we'll be back with Joski C. We'll get back into the list. But Ron, how are we doing tonight?
I am doing okay. I love it. Yes, let me give you my halftime report. It is a great evening, and what powerful poems we heard. Amazing. Love it. And yeah, Liza, thank you for coming to New York City. This is the hat that she gifted me from Miami Beach. Liza, what an honor to meet you in person. You know, I'm glad you got to see us and the New Eurekan Poets Cafe before we closed the current building, you know, for reconstruction. So I'm really happy. And what a coincidence that both Eliza and Liza are zooming in from Florida, the universe. I think it was meant to be. Love it. Love it. So I'm happy that La Brua is back. It's been an honor to guest host the last 2 weeks, but I'm glad our fearless leader of the New Rican Poets Cafe is back at the helm here. We really appreciate it. We look forward to your stage play. So hello, everyone. For those who may not know me, I am Ron Mark Thompson. I am the tech assistant here, and I'm also one of the program and operations assistant. You are finding yourself in the Thursday night online open mic at the moment, which is hosted by La Brua every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. You saw how it goes. If you didn't have a chance to sign up 24 hours before, you can be added to the good luck round. We will always appreciate, everyone who comes here, supports us and signs up. We also have a Monday night online open mic hosted by Elemental. That one, unlike today, is poetry specific, and it has a theme. In just a minute or two, he's going to tell you what interesting and exciting theme he has coming up this Monday. If you can make it, I definitely recommend it. And La Brua also curates and hosts our monthly Beatniks online. If you missed the one from 1 week ago, just go back to our Facebook page, YouTube channel, or Twitter X feed, and you can play back the video from Beatniks, as well as any of the previous Thursday and Monday night online open mics where we are currently live streaming. Welcome everyone on the live stream. We hope to see you in Zoom as well. So this is the New Rican Poets Cafe from the outside on 236 East 3rd Street on the Lower East Side in Manhattan, New York City. For this month, we will continue our regular weekly programs. Monday night on-site open mic hosted by Rice, Felicia, and Saul Preem. They alternate each week. That is at 8 p.m. in person. Wednesday night poetry slam. Yesterday, DB hosted. Was a great, powerful evening again. Next week on the October 18th, it's Jay Rose's turn. And then the last Wednesday night poetry slam before the reconstruction, October 25th, the B will be hosting. Friday night for the next 3 weeks, Jive Poetic, 10 p.m. on Fridays. By the way, the winner of the Wednesday night poetry slam goes to the Friday night, competes in the Friday night slam. Congratulations, Brian. I'm so happy you won. In case you're watching, good luck tomorrow. And following the Friday night slam is the Twilight open room open mic hosted by Chauvet that starts right after, a little bit after midnight, 12:30 a.m., close to 1 a.m. So if you're at the Friday night slam, stay for the open mic or come, to the open mic if you didn't make it to the slam. We also have special programs coming up this month, specifically this weekend, Saturday, October 14th at 4 p.m. We will be screening a documentary from 1973, The Godfather Comes to 6th Street, which was produced and directed by Mark Kitchell. And the reason we chose that because 6th Street is where the original New Rican Poets Cafe was, and where our co-founder Miguel Algarin's mother's apartment was, where the poetry slams and open mics started when he co-founded the New Rican Poets Cafe 50 years ago. So this will be in our cafe this Saturday, 4 p.m., $10 for tickets, and come and stay or come back at 8 p.m. for our Voices and Vibes karaoke and vocal open mic hosted by Paul Concasso. It will be our last one in the current building before the reconstruction. It will feature Halloween customs contest. I could tell you way more about it, but Paul is on the good luck round. Before he reads one of his many powerful poems, we're going to ask him to give us more information about Voices and Vibes, because it is just amazing. If you still haven't come to one of our Voices and Vibes, you have to, and Paul can tell you more about it. I'm super excited about this weekend. The following weekend, La Brua already mentioned that her stage play is returning one last time to the cafe before we close it. October 21st, 7 p.m. from Puerto Rico. She wrote it, she acts in it. It is amazing, so powerful, about the story of Puerto Rico, the journey. if you haven't seen it yet, come on and see it. And as she mentioned, all the ticket sales for that program will go towards the programming during the reconstruction. So thank you everyone for your support. On Thursday, October 26, 7 p.m., our last Jazz Gria, a part of the Latin Jazz Heritage Series. It will be led by our board member John Howard and John Howard Algarin, who happens to be the nephew of Miguel Algarin, and he will bring his band. Tickets are only $5. You can get them already in advance if you scan the QR code or go to our ticket site or buy them at the door. And Kenny, our bartender, will be serving sangria. This is why we called it Jazz Gria. Then on Sunday, October 29th, last Salsa Jam, 7 p.m. And then La Brua already mentioned it, the 50th anniversary, Halloween, October 31st, which is the 50th anniversary of the New Rican Poets Cafe. It is Halloween, and it will be the last in-person program at our cafe before we have to sadly close the door for an amazing 3-year reconstruction, so it's all good. It's all good. We're not going to abandon you. We will continue online. We're going to go to other satellite places. Just stay in contact with us, and we will let you know in the next weeks, what will happen after October 31st. On that day, if you want to bring your kids, 4 to 7 p.m., we'll be doing a free haunted house inside the cafe. Then we're going to close it to recoup, reset up, and then at 10 p.m. we'll open the doors for the ticketed event for the adults, and that one will be, our big celebration. We will have DJ, music, performances, games, prizes, and at midnight we will also toast with champagne. So if this will be your last opportunity to come to the New Rican Poets Cafe in person before the reconstruction. So if you haven't made it yet, please come on that day. For any on all those events, just go to newrican.org, click on full events calendar, choose a date and time. You may get your tickets in advance, or for the in-person events, you can also get them at the door. If you want to be on our mailing list, if you're on a live stream, just pause the video, scan the QR code. For everyone here on Zoom, I'm going to put it in the chat in a minute. And here are all of our links listed on one slide, including our social media handles, our website, La Brua's Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter handle, La Brua NYC, as well as our Monday online host, Elemental. And if you want to donate and contribute to our programs, including this free program you're finding yourself in, just go to newrican.org/contribute, and you may use your credit card to send a donation our way. And this slide is a good segue to our Monday night online host before we go back to La Brua. Elemental, welcome back here on Thursdays. Please let everyone know what we do on Mondays and what your upcoming theme is. Welcome back, Elemental.
What's good, everybody? Shout out Ron Mark Thompson, aka RMT. You're not down with RMT by now, damn it. You should be. As he said, I am Elemental, host of the Monday Night Online Open Mic, presented by this legendary space. Storm God's in the building. Shout out every single poet in here. Listen, Monday night, we are dealing with building blocks. All right. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word that started it for you? What's the phrase that brought you into poetry? What's the one that's like, ooh, how did he say that? Damn, I bet I can come up with something better. Right? What's the word? What's the phrase that turned it for you and say, you know what? I think I'm a poet because I can say this like that. Right? So that's what we're going to be doing on Monday. As always, you have poetic license to flip the theme any way that you want to. Plus, your poem doesn't have to be on theme to rock. So come through, join the greatest community in the world, rock with us on Monday night. Of course, it's the hypest night of the week. So now we are getting back to the one and only La Bruja on Thursday night. Come on now, y'all. Appreciate all y'all for being here. La Bruja, take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. That was super hype. Loving it. The building blocks, right? Going back, right, to what makes us say these words, build these phrases, get connected. Thank you so much for that. So poets get to task, write, and be there for the Monday and recite. So now our next performer is no stranger to the Thursday night It's like a voice of consciousness and tenderness. Show some love for Joski C.
Hola, Bruja.
Hola, Joski.
Am I coming through?
Yes. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, except I'm having terrible cramping in my hands because I was painting all day, and this is what happened. So I'm gonna try this anyway. This is an old piece, but with everything going on right now, this is called Eye for an Eye. Send to the slaughter our sons and our daughters, hands on their joysticks, eyes open wide, in a land that is burning, the gun barrels turning. Who'll be returning and who'll decide? An eye for an eye, tooth for tooth. How can we sacrifice innocent youth? Hope's a mirage, shimmers on sand. War can't bring peace to this suffering, suffering land. Oh, the war plan the war plan concoctors, and all their spin doctors can't justify murder by telling us lies. Desert of oil, ocean of greed, drop all our bombs and then watch the world bleed. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. How can we sacrifice innocent youth? Hope's a mirage, shimmers on sand. War can't bring peace to this suffering, 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 suffering land.
Joski!
Always amazing.
Now I have to decide whether that's my new favorite, because last week was my favorite. Good work. Good work.
Classic.
Beautiful lines. Beautiful lines.
You always know how to set the right tone.
Right? Joski C always knows how to just bring humanity. Thank you, Joski. That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Bruja. My hands made it through.
You know, maybe some bananas. I heard like the potassium in the bananas kind of help. So maybe that'll help.
I'll give that a try.
Okay, Joski, thank you so much. Thank you for playing well, despite having pained hands from painting. The artist's life is no joke, but it sure is rewarding. Okay, so let's see what's good with Cece. We got to hear him in the commentary, but let's see what Cece's gonna bring to the room tonight.
So, yeah, well, as many of you know, I have the book, The Open Microphone, which I will flash up soon. But lately I've been doing a lot of lyrics. But I went to this, I accidentally went to an open mic tonight that I never heard of. I just felt like I should be there. And I walked in, it was a guy with a recording studio in an old church. and there was a piano. And I did this a cappella piece because the theme tonight is inadvertently, from what I hear, if the poets don't say something, who will? It's fear we should not mute ourselves at times like these. And so when the war in Iraq was happening and the protests were happening, voices of peace and voices of nonviolence were up against voices of war and kill them all and nuke them till they glow. And it's sounding a little bit too much like that era right now. And I'm a love monkey. I think humanity should prevail here, and perpetual war should not. And there's always a story behind the story behind the story, a system behind the system behind the system, and we get caught up in the narrative, and the narrative, as you know, is controlled. So I'm going to say this brief little story because it's important, and then I'm going to do an a cappella poem, and these are the notes. And it was 1,000 people in front of me, and I was asked to open a protest in Boston it's called the Biodevastation Rally. It was between the battle in Seattle and A16, if you know about those two big protests in the year 2000. And the Genetic Bill of Rights was announced. Ralph Nader was there. Vandana Shiva was the keynote speaker. And there were helicopters in the air, snipers on the roof for a peaceful protest, and all the television trucks were lined up. And all they did after 3.5 days of teaching is tell everybody to stay away from Boston. There's going to be violence. And there were nothing but puppets, free food, and people coming to hear speakers. And they knew it. MIT, Northeastern University, and Spontaneous Celebration out of Jamaica Plain put this together. I was thrown up on stage at the last minute because I knew the guy, and the guy that built the two little risers is the same guy that built the stage for Woodstock. And I ended up helping to build the stage for A16. So this is the song, and I did this, and I asked people in the audience. Ended up about 2,500 people that came to this protest. It was a counter rally for the first time that 8,000 biotech professionals came together. This is a very big deal that the information that the Genetic Bill of Rights came out. You should check into that. I got a painting series on it. That's another subject. So here it is. Let them be, allow love, let them be, allow love, let them be, allow love, love aloud. The son of fear faces the last night of mirrors, and there's nothing to hold on to yourself or the day with. And to attempt not to let the heart of love die, to make love in the street and are shot. Love runs for dear life, but cannot escape. Peace on earth is called weak, and a mute dies to speak. To attempt not to let the heart of love die, to make love in the street and are shot. Kissing is feared, the debate's on at 10. No one leaves home after 8 if you have one. To attempt not to let the heart of love die, to make love in the street and are shot. Television declares a new enemy is here and readies the public for war games now real. To attempt not to let the heart of love die, to make love in the street. They declare when they're caught, they represent the two sides of the so-called soon-to-be war. But we don't want to fight. There's no war. It's all hype. And we don't want to live life in fear. It's too short. Hear them cry out for love. Hear them cry out no war. Hear them cry out for peace, and they're shocked. The son of fear faces the last night of love, and there's nothing to hold on to yourself or the day with. The public's now sold the news, us versus them, supporting the plan to drop bombs on their heads. The public's now fears to speak out and shout. We could have stopped war at the start. So the day before children lay dead in the street, students and artists and workers march out with signs bearing names of the lovers who died, making love in the street, representing all sides. Joining hands against weapons, with voices they chant. Let them be, allow love, let them be, allow love, let them be, allow love, love allowed.
Good job.
Love aloud. Thank you.
Yes, CC. Oh,
Beautiful
making
done,
love in the street,
CC.
all sides. I love that.
Mhm.
So now you got to record it.
Beautiful
Because it was
sentiment.
written.
No.
It's an acapella. You can pull it off. You're a better singer than me.
CC, thank you for sharing that tonight with us. Thank you so much. So
Be
that
bra- yeah. Be brave. It's not an easy subject. It's not about rise above it. Rise above the dichotomy.
Yes.
You know, people are afraid to be called inhuman. They don't like it. When they're right, they say we're human and they're not. And they say we're human and they're not. And you get, how many thousands of years of that one story. And it can't be perpetual. It's about there's the story of the money and the oil and the power in the background. That's not in the news. The who controls the media, that's not in. So there's a bigger picture behind this all, and people and children are going to die. And we just have to be better than this. We just have to be better than this. And this year with this technology, surveillance alone, oh my God, there's something wrong with the narrative.
Thank you, CC. Thank you. That concludes our list. And now we're going into our good luck round officially. And at the top of that good luck round, we have none other than Catman Bill. How you doing tonight, Catman Bill?
Well, Bruja, it's been about a year, you think?
How you been?
I'm doing all right. I'm a little under the weather tonight, so I'll try to get through this with my bronchitis in tow here. The song's called Mr. President, pardon Leonard Peltier. And for any of those of you who do not know about his background, he was a AIM movement leader in the 1970s, and he was falsely accused of shooting 2 FBI agents with 2 co-conspirators, both of whom were found not guilty when they stayed for the trial, but he chose to run, and he was caught and brought back to another district and a hostile judge, and he's been in prison since then. No, get out of here. And so here it is. Mr. President, please pardon Leonard Peltier. He spent his life in prison, his trial wasn't fair. Mr. President, pardon Leonard Peltier. In prison like an animal, 45 plus years, on the Pine Ridge Reservation in 1975. Protecting his people from the goons and FBI, as many who were murdered on the Pine Ridge that year. Mr. President, pardon Leonard Peltier. The trial was a travesty, he didn't have a chance. 2 agents shot dead on the Jumping Bull Ranch. Prosecution gave false testimony of the murder scene. They pinned it on Leonard as in a bad dream. Mr. President, pardon Leonard Peltier. He spent his life in prison, his trial wasn't fair. Mr. President, pardon Leonard Peltier. In prison like an animal, 45 plus years, Myrtle, poor dear, a girl who testified, said she dated Len, then said he did the crime, and later recanted while fearing for her life. Mr. President, give Leonard back his time. Rubidoux, Butler, and Peltier, all three charged with the crime. First two found not guilty, neither did no time, so they pinned it all on Leonard. Someone had to pay. Mr. President, free Leonard without delay. Leonard ran from the scene, later found up north. They brought him back from Canada, they brought him back by force. They brought him back from Canada to face another judge who wanted someone to convict with a solitary grudge. Mr. President, pardon Leonard Peltier. He spent his time in prison. His trial wasn't fair. Mr. President, pardon Leonard Peltier. In prison like an animal, 45 plus years. Thank you.
Catman Bill. And you're saying you say your name. The cat is right there, man.
Well, you know why? Because, you know, he sees something that he wants.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I thought he was just, sharing the sentiment.
No, never that way. I'm only a vessel.
Thank you for that.
Super sweet. Thank you, Catman Bill. It's so great.
Thank you.
Welcome.
As always, great to hear you. Good to see you and your kitty cat.
So
too.
what a beautiful night. Thank you, Bruja. I mean, I came in a little late. I was out, and but many voices. I'm very grateful that that you were stepping out of the silence and saying something that's scary, because when there's that much hate, fear. Remember, fear is afraid of love, and love is not afraid of fear. Just remember that. I've been saying that for years. So be love.
Be love.
Fear is afraid, but you're not afraid.
Thank you so much. And speaking of love, our next performer is no stranger to Thursday nights or the Monday nights or the New York Poets Cafe. Our very own Elizabeth Strauss. Let's see what's good. And the surprise guest to let you know that we'll be hosting next Thursday is our very own Deadpan Lizzie. So show some love to Elizabeth Strauss.
Thank you very much. Beanie blessings to you and Ron and our community. It was a welcome surprise, and I am incredibly honored to do this for our community next Thursday. It is the light of the immense pain I have been feeling for days now, which won't be a surprise to anyone. What about to read tonight? But I'm excited to share space with you and energy next Thursday and hold that responsibility and safety while you're at Lincoln Center. Congratulations on that. They're very lucky to have you. It's a beautiful space. So I'm going to read a prose I wrote this week. It's called Scapegoat. I leave the cold firm to garner heat. My body's still readjusting to this environment. I stepped into a hub of communication in order to travel home. Walking down the grimy staircase, I hear all of Gotham's silence, eerie and earnest. I could feel every single person's fears, their thoughts loud and clear, not overpowering me, yet just as timid. The process of checks and balances quickly pushed into the train tracks like my people, Jews, and all the other oppressed communities. We are constantly sick, that we will be thrown into cattle trucks, forced to wear symbols that slightly represent us, put away for being nothing but ourselves. The abused hurt me, a Jew, purely to scapegoat, punching down for no reason except their own ignorance and fragility, panicking that what is happening to my tribe will happen to them again. I can sympathize for their worries, but not their actions. Throwing propaganda at me like a football makes only you spiral out of control. Calling me a colonizing piece of shit, irrational and wrong. Israelites never did anything but try to protect our culture and yours. We only have one Jewish state in our whole universe. Why deprive us of our rightful safety? I left the cold to only find flames instead of comfort. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
It's
Leave love from my heart.
hard to even imagine what is.
Thank you.
The complexity
It is
of
the
humanity and compassion, complexity of it all is just mind-boggling. We
Yeah.
should be better than this as a life form. We just should be better than this as a life form.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Chosky.
amazing. We need to hear all voices, and this is why it's so important to because I still don't understand what's going on there. So it is so great, to hear you. So thank you, Elizabeth, and congrats next week. Appreciate you helping out.
Thank you. I'm very, very excited to support the community in this way. So thank you for that opportunity. Thank you.
So one of our hosts is in the building. Let's show some love for Paul Con Queso, who brings the vibes. Getting ready for Saturday.
What's good, Gotti?
How you doing, Paul?
I'm all right. I've been better. It's been heavy. It's been real heavy these past few months, like energy-wise. I don't know if anybody else feeling me. All these retrogrades going on, but there's like a ring of fire eclipse that's happening Saturday is going to purge and cleanse a lot of energies. I think we need it. I think we need to shake it out. A lot of us need a new start. Yeah. So Saturday night, speaking of which, when that is Voices and Vibes, and that's doors open at 7:30 at the Nuyorican. We are happening after the screening of the Godfather. Of East 3rd, right? East 6th documentary. Anyway, quick plug, if you're in the New York City area, the tri-state area, please pull up, please come through. It's a costume party. It is a costume contest. We're still gonna have a freestyle round. However, we also gonna have a little showing of whose costume is best. Much love to everybody who has rocked before me. So much love to everybody who is speaking on important issues and not staying silent. I'm gonna take it in a more personal direction. Not necessarily global, but the personal is global, just as much as the universal is personal. Before I start, Storm God's in the motherfucking building. And this piece is called Begin. A two-ton weight wrapped around my chest. Feels like it just dropped to 20-story height. If there was anyone to ever get through this life, with their hearts still intact, they didn't do it right. Well, I guess I've been living then. Heart ripped from chest like an MK6 finish him. And in the dusk, you found a new beginning, a dismissive missive of missing your weight pressed upon solar plexus, the sun you shone once setting, and what's left is a left side exit eclipse of this lunar cavity. Such cavernous grief, its absence now depressing me into ground like gravity. CPR, sternum crack, cause the last time I felt your weight on my chest, you said we didn't get it right, but love, we did our best. And we will again, moving on in time and taking more from everything that ends. Hopes just got gassed, high as Sylvia Plath. Go ahead then and ash and earth yourself, just to rebirth yourself, cause hurt it swells like a crescendo from the orchestra portions of your pulse doled out just because once upon a car crash, you promised a plastic card you'd condone the slow form of self-enrolled euthanasia. But no one could have known you chose nosediving into dividers for sport, would cut out your own lungs just to provide one pure breath to the lives you support. Rolling doubles so you double back on the board, and somehow, even though I just bought a whole row of properties, I'm told to spin the block and start from go again. By passing Park Place just to park straight on property tax, pay the toll for your past. No, not for mistakes, but for that pain. I mean trauma, I mean loss of autonomy in the night, I mean shadow work. I mean, how dare you hurt and suffer panic attacks, get on your back, but fuck if that's not exactly what brought you here. Sitting shotgun to all your fears, sawed off, pressed to ear, just to call you necromancer of an inverse birth, silver-tongued, Cyrano de Bergerac, summoning you to your own seance to denounce the plea of talk to me, fingers come hither, but make it threatening, cause you had to call out to the dead, had to pronounce time of death on relationship, barely rounding third base, and yet, like a baby bird breaking from nest, breaks its neck before falling to earth, before wings could become ascendant things, never enough for this starling to support his weight. And didn't we learn from the egg that all things break eventually? Planning your plot, cause isn't it easier when you know this abrupt ending is coming? Perhaps that's why we watch movies in which we already saw the denouement, somehow hoping that just this once Mufasa won't slip. But there you are again, reaching for grip and spilling Simba tears. I know we want this to go easy by being somebody's fault, but we've gone long enough to know this isn't what we want. And that isn't always bad. Like each wave eventually breaks upon the name scribed in shores, all of your darlings, Lord, are just starlings waiting upon flight. They might never reach, as Chinua once prophesied, things fall apart. But the shatter of matter calling forth rapture enwraps us in feather softened landings. Sometimes even the climb can have mercy. And it's when you're feeling your least worthy, recovering from surgery, burdened in grief and unearthing deep skeletons. Yet somehow you come to remember that even the dead things feed the trees that keep the baby starlings alive just long enough to develop wings. Just as my remains will someday become carry on to carry me off and carry on the cycle of life and love and loss and love once more. Because each morning is a morning, yet every finish is someone's start. And starling, don't you know only God can send you off to the dawn, and all things end, and all that we intend is built on sand. It slips right through our hands, and just knowing that everything will end, it should not change our plans when we begin again. Thank you.
That was
Again.
a vibe.
Please do it again.
Okay, so always
Oh
a
my goodness,
vibe.
wow.
Thank you, Paul.
Wow.
Your uncle would be proud. Love the passion of the words. Courage.
Paul, no joke. Thank you so much, Paul Queso. So Paul, you can see him hosting this Saturday night. We will be there. I will be there. The last Voices and Vibes was awesome, and we're going to certainly make sure that the final one is no less than all the others. We got to make it big, big, big. I don't know what costume I'm going to be wearing, but either way, I'm bringing the voice. Gonna bring the voice, bring the vibe. It was really, really a great time. So I'm looking forward to our final one, even though I'm not looking forward to it being a final one, but all things change, grow, and continue. So our last good luck rounder right here is One Single Rose. Let's see what's good with One Single Rose.
Hey, how y'all?
Hi, how you doing? Where are you tonight?
I am amazing right now. I'm in Kansas City, but I'm from Detroit.
Okay, welcome all the way from Kansas City.
Yes, thank you for having me. This is dope.
So what you gonna share with us tonight?
I'm gonna share something for the ladies today. It's called You Woman.
All right.
You June Cleaver in heels, stockings, A-line dress, pearl necklace wearing, breakfast, lunch, and dinner cooking, house cleaning, laundry washing woman. Maya Angelou poem penning, Tiffany Haddish scene stealing, Oprah Winfrey wealth building, Viola Davis acting, Shaka Khan singing, Tamala Man praying, hair slaying sister. Setting it off like Queen Latifah, WAP having, Corinne Stephen superhead giving, Cardi B pole dancing, Beyonce booty bouncing, Ava DuVernay script writing, RBG justice serving, handling business like a motherfucking boss. You Lizzo non-fact shaming, Meghan Markle heir to the throne disclaiming, TLC no scrub entertaining, do them till they sleep, energy draining, magical human being. You Kamala Harris, history making, Harriet Tubman, freedom taking, Kismethia Corbett, vaccine creating, hidden figure calculating, strong feminine ball of fire. Hot flashing, twerking, 9 to 5 working, mani-pedi painting, natural weed wearing, breastfeeding, nurturing, creator of life. You butcher, you baker, you candlestick maker, don't front or judge. Every woman on this Zoom is or has been at least one of those goddesses. Our jobs don't ever stop. We wear many hats every day. We're leaders, rulers, presidents, monarchs. Our words become law in our queendoms. Rock that crown. Keep holding it down. Do the damn thing, boo. Because the world can't get along without you. One single rose, no stem.
Okay.
One single rose.
Wow. Welcome with the
Right about
Please
the
come
green
back.
rose.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Lizzie, for hosting next week. This is gonna be awesome.
One single
Beautiful. Thank you for stepping up.
Marianne said that's the whole bouquet right there.
Yes.
Good one. Very nice.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
All of you brought it tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here on this Thursday night online open mic at the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. It has been my honor and my pleasure to be hosting with you tonight. With everything that's going on in the world, I just ask that you look inside yourselves, find the compassion, find the understanding, find the humanity, because life is precious. It really is. And, you know, as a Puerto Rican woman, and if you come to my show, you will see it's an interesting and difficult place to love a place, but also hate what it does to your people. And I feel that way as a Puerto Rican woman for Borinquen. As an American, I love America, I love Americans, but I also want freedom for Puerto Rico. So I am here just grappling with all the things that I've heard, all the things that I've seen, and I just hope that we can find the humanity and give it. Find it, give it, the compassion, find it and give it. Much love, peace in this world, peace within yourselves. Keep writing, keep fighting, keep reciting, keep igniting, keep shining, and much love. Thank you for everyone that brought love into this room. I send love to you too, as we grapple through all of the painful truths that we are faced with on the daily. Stay strong. Thank you to everyone for your vulnerability. Kazi Kaz, thank you, Keith, Marianne, One Single Rose, Paul con Queso, CC, Catman. Thank you, Ron, for holding it down. Thank you, Eliza, Elemental, Ike, the May, Gus, all of you. Deso Somok, everyone, Joski. Love to you all. Thank you so much. Until next time, keep it going, keep it flowing. and see you soon. Peace.